Welcome back to Papu Tech, practical reviews and simple how-tos, and this time we're going to be setting up the desktop. So hopefully we can turn it into something that looks like this. The first stage is going to be hiding the taskbar. So right click on the taskbar, scroll down to the bottom where it says taskbar settings, open up the settings and then enable automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode. X out of that, back to the screen, and once you click on the desktop, the taskbar will disappear. Next up, we're going to turn the desktop black. Again, very simple this one. Right click on the desktop, go down to personalize, it'll open up the background, and by default you may have picture set, so click on that, select solid color, and then pick the color that you want for your desktop. I'm going to choose black, and then again I'm going to X out of that and go back to the desktop, and it's worked. Next up, let's get rid of the recycle bin, or at least hide it. So to get rid of the recycle bin, right click on the desktop, go to personalize, and this time when you're in background, let's click down to themes. Now at this point, just as a bonus, if you wanted, you could turn off the system sounds by clicking on sounds and no sounds, which may be preferable for a home theater PC. Meanwhile, for the recycle bin, desktop icon settings, and you'll see that the recycle bin is currently checked. Uncheck it, click OK, and X back to the desktop. Now we've got a little bit of work to do to improve these icons, so let's use the HBO one as an example. So let's go on to the internet, and you can download icons for anywhere, but Icon Archive is a good place to go. First of all, it depends what icons you're looking for. I would suggest high quality, and I would suggest square. So let's have a look for HBO, and you can see there's a number available. Now at the top of Icon Archive, you can see different types of file. ICO file, PNG. You can use any file type, ICO, PNG, or JPEGs even. But let's try and download an ICO file, which is immediately compatible with Windows. So we'll click on that and download it into Downloads. And let's also, just for comparison, select a PNG file. So let's take this HBO and download the PNG again to the download folder, although you do want to put all your icons into one location so they don't disappear. Now the thing about the PNG files is we are going to have to change it into an ICO format. Now that's very easy to do. There's plenty of online converters. I'm using Convertico. Simply drag and drop the PNG file that you've downloaded onto the location, and there you can see immediately HBO icon is available. You can convert PNG, you can convert JPEGs, all from this website. So we're downloading the HBO icon in the ICO format onto the computer. Now to change the icon, right click on the icon, go down to Properties, select Shortcut, and you'll see the change icon. Browse to the location where you've saved the files, and let's do the ICO one first. Click Open, OK and OK, and you will see that the icon has changed. Not really ideal for the home theater PC, so let's change it to the PNG one, which is now an ICO. Change icon, browse to the location, find the icon, click Open, OK and OK, and you will see that the desktop icon has now changed. Now that name's a bit annoying. Let's try and get rid of that name, shall we? So to do that, remove the title by right-clicking on it and then type in Alt key plus 255. The 255 needs to be on the numeric keyboard, and if you've done it correctly, when you press enter, you will see there is no longer a title. We're going to do that for all of the icons, but first let's remove the shortcut arrow, which is also annoying. Now this is actually very simple. There's lots of web YouTube videos on going into regedit, but actually the easiest way is to download a little application called Ultimate Windows Tweaker. Now this does a huge amount of things, so I would urge some caution not to get carried away. However, for our purposes, it's one click to remove the desktop icon arrow. So first of all, let's go and download the program. It's actually an app, not a program. It doesn't install anything on your computer. It just runs, and when you turn it off, it's gone. You can download it from a number of different locations. As you can see, I've already downloaded. It comes in a zipped format. So when you go into Windows Explorer, that would be the Windows key and E to open up quickly. And when you double click on it, and then double click again, when you try and run the application, it's going to ask you to extract everything. That's fine, just extract all. Once you've extracted everything, now when you double click on it, the application will run. Unless you've got your settings with Windows, we want to install anyway, and there it is. Now, as I say, be careful with this. There's a huge number of things that you can change on Windows. If you go across the top, you can see Windows 10, the taskbar, Universal UI, this PC, lots of different options. For the purposes of this tutorial though, we're just going to go into File Explorer. And there, down at the bottom, you'll see in blue, remove shortcut arrows from the shortcut icons. Click on it. You'll get a little note saying it's worked, but you need to reboot your computer. And that is actually right. You need to restart your computer, which I have now done. Okay, so the computer's been restarted, and you can see all the icons have now lost their arrows. So things are starting to look better. Next up though, the icons are a little bit too small, aren't they? So let's increase the icon size. Very simple to do. Hold the mouse over one of the icons, hold down the control key, and using the mouse wheel, you can increase the size of the icon to very large. It's not just the small, medium, and large that are the standard defaults in Windows. So let's increase them up for the moment so that we get maybe 3 by 3, and you can see we've got a little bit of work to do here. We've still got a lot of labels, we've still got the titles, and we've got some pretty horrible icons. Now you'll see I've already downloaded various icons. You can download icons that you like. As I've said, square is better, good quality is better. And then right click on each icon, change icon, and they will gradually change as you go through. So I'll just go through this very quickly for you, and you'll see that most of them are okay. The Netflix one has not been ideal, so I'm going to go on the web again and try and find a better icon. As you can see, that's much too small. Apart from that though, I'm quite happy with the various icons selected. Now, let's get rid of the names. Now we've already used the Alt 255 key. You can keep doing this, but it gets a bit tricky now, because if you do Alt 255 again, you get this error message where it says, do you want to rename it? And if you do rename, just clicking yes, you'll see brackets 2, brackets 3, brackets 4, because the Alt 255 is a file name. Now this is a little bit fiddly, but it does work. Basically what we're going to have to do is we're going to go back to each of the icons, and for every new one we're going to press Alt 255 multiple times. So this is the second one, so Alt 255 twice. For the BBC iPlayer, Alt 255 3 times. Then for Spotify, Alt 255 4 times. And so it goes on. For every icon you want to change or a title to remove, you need to increase the number of Alt 255. Let's just go quickly through that now, and you can see I'm removing the names from each of the icons on the desktops. Now things are starting to look a little bit better, and you see I've just quickly changed the Netflix icon Now we're going to arrange the icons on the desktop. Right click, sort by, however you wish to do this. This is obviously going to appear on your TV, so you can move them around, very much a personal thing. So very quickly, I'm going to go by 3 by 3. I think that looks fine. Now one last problem. At the moment, to start one of these, I need to double click on this. So I don't really want to do that. I would much rather have a single click. Single click is easy to do. We're going to open up Windows Explorer. And this time, we're going to go to the View option. And then on the far side where it says Options, click on Options. And there you can see single click to open an item. So it's just going to be easier with our wireless mouse or keyboard, whatever you're using. So apply and X out back to the desktop, and you can see we've got our final configuration. A single click now will open up any of the apps. And that is the home theater PC. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. The hardware is fine, it's not overheating, and the applications are working fine. I hope you've enjoyed this series. Thank you for watching the video. A thumbs up if you liked it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.